Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to change an internal battery that has run dry in Pokemon Ruby or Pokemon Sapphire. So when you start up the game, you'll get this message. The internal battery has run dry. The game can be played, however clock-based events will no longer occur. So you're going to need to start off with the Tri-Wing screwdriver. You can buy it off eBay, it shouldn't cost too much. Because the Game Boy Advance cartridges use a Tri-Wing screw to hold them together. I can probably include a link in the description if you're unable to find one. So we're just going to take out the screw, set it aside, and then from there, for the cartridges, to open them, you kind of push down and slide up slowly and gently. You don't have to do it too much, and then you just kind of take it off. So now the cartridge is off. This one looks kind of dirty. So this is the battery that we're going to change. Take this out. Oh, this looks really dirty. These you can just, clean with alcohol solution or maybe throw them in water and some soap. So this is the battery that we're going to have to remove. This battery is a CR1616. You can go ahead and just pick one up at Radio Shack, Target, Walmart. But you can also use I'm going to be using a CR2016. I just mixed up the numbers. I got the wrong one, but I think this one should still work. You can also use a I think 2025, but it's just a bigger diameter or a bigger radius battery. Because I'm going to start off with a flathead, a really thin flathead, or you can even use pliers of some sort. What you want to do is you want to break off these metal contacts. They're kind of like spot welded or soldered on. You just want to break off the contacts, but you don't want to break the actual arms for the contacts. So if I can grab like a mini flathead, see which one's thinner. I'll go with this one. And just kind of work. The way I start it is I go from underneath and I kind of just work my way towards the outside. So I kind of go pry upwards. You want to take your time doing this. There's no rush. You only have to do it once if you do it right. Get this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of work around the edges. Kind of get it slowly loosened up around the sides. You can see it kind of slowly coming up. So when you hear those little snaps, those are the individual spots breaking off. So there were two, let me see if I can show you. There were 2 spots in the front, 2 spots in the back. I believe I broke off the 2 right there. So now I'm going to try to break these 2. Working from the inside out. Okay, that was another one. Okay. So I've broken off these contacts. Once you've done that, you can bend this back, but do not break it off or snap it off. And now you're going to see that there is, bend this a little bit, but not too much. There is another arm that has contact with the battery. It's underneath, and it has the same amount of spots. So I'm going to try to now work that one off. And come from this side and pry downwards. Okay, there it goes. So now that's the battery. It's off. So if you can see, it says CR1616T. Maxell, Japan, 3 volts. So that's what we're done with. So now that we got the battery off, we can push this contact down, take out one of our batteries. Okay, so here's the new battery, CR2016, Indonesia, lithium, 3 volts, and keep away from children. So now we're going to get our electric tape, and we're going to take not too much, because if you put in too much the cartridge won't be able to close. So I'm just taking a guess amount right here. I think this kind of might be too much, but we'll see, and we can adjust as needed. So I'm going to take the sticky side and make sure it's facing upwards, so that this right here is the sticky side. I'm going to place this first contact down onto the tape, and then I'm going to take the battery. This is the positive side. I'm going to place it positive side facing down onto that contact. Then I'm going to fold down this other contact onto the top of the negative side, making sure that they are both touching the battery. Then while I'm pushing down, I'm going to take one side of the tape, fold over, and continue pushing down. Then I'm going to take this other side of the tape, fold over, and continue pushing down. So now the battery is in place. It's kind of bigger than the previous battery, but we'll have to see if it fits. So now I'm going to take this cartridge, place it back along these little grooves, and then I'm going to take my top case, fit it in, and slide up, just like that. And then last step is putting the screw back in and screwing it in. And then we'll be complete. So what you'll notice is that there does feel to be a little bit more pressure around this area. This won't exactly line up completely, but it's nothing too crazy. If you feel a lot of pressure, like it's about to snap, then lighten up on the tape. But the reason it's doing this is because before there wasn't any tape and the arms were completely straight and flat. But now that they're kind of bent, and even though we tried to flatten them out, they're still kind of bent. So this pressure is okay. Over time it'll just take care of the rods. So now let's go ahead and take a look. And we have no message anymore. For Ruby and Sapphire, the battery only affects the time and not the save. So your save should be perfectly fine. It should still be there. But for the older cartridges, that is the save. So you will lose your save if you change the battery. But for this one, for Ruby and Sapphire, you're going to be A-okay. So hope you liked that video. Hope that helped. Thanks for watching.